What we really want to tell tonight and continue to tell are these stories of those who come here and who really find home here and thrive, both here in the city of Springfield and in West Springfield. And so this is going to be a chance for refugees to be able to share their stories a little, and then we'll have about 10 minutes or so of questions. You may have questions about their story or about being here in Springfield. So if you will just share.
My name is SugarMoon. I'm a Burmese, but I never lived in Burma. I was born in refugee camp in Thailand, and before I came here, refugee camp was all my life. And then I'm the elder to my two beautiful sisters, and have been raised by a single mother. I want to share you a little bit why I became a refugee. My story and the story of the other refugees with violence and start with violence and war against certain group, as we know, and then the displacement and the survival. And then my family come from a small ethnic group in Burma called Karen, which is beginning in 1986, the Burmese government wants to get rid of all the small ethnic groups. So my family had to flee the home country and then escape to Thailand, escape the persecution to Thailand. And then the journey comes that we have to wait in the United Nations refugee camp. We wait for a long time in the refugee camp for someone to rescue us. I personally wait for 20 years before I got the opportunity to come to this country. And then I remember that my mom and I were starved during that desperate period of time. My mom hesitated, procrastinated to make a decision to leave Thailand, to start a new life at her age. So she decided to withdraw the paperwork and of course the paperwork of my minor sister too. So right after that, I went entered to the United States of America, which I tried, and then she tried again to reapply, but it was too late. So, but finally they grant her and my sister refugee status in Australia. So, and then my first step in coming to the United States was guided by my resettlement agency, which is Just Family Services. They made my integration easy and then welcoming. They helped me with the housing, the health insurance, the employment, right down to the winter coat and umbrella. And then also, along my new life journey here, I made a new friends, and then I made a friend that they have become my family. And then and also, when I was in Thailand, we were refugees, so we did not have any legal rights and opportunity, such as education and employment. So when I got here, when I got here, I thought this is an opportunity that I've been yearning for. So I have to graduate. I have to find a way to make my dream come true. But I have to, first I have to support myself. And then it's really hard. So I applied at the state and then to seek my educational dreams. And then, and I was really excited to pursue the American dream through the hard work and education. I'm glad to be part of this country, which is the land of opportunity for everyone. So, and then, I also give, and I have a LSD the opportunity to work with the Jewish Family Services and a full-time job. And I started found that the service that I provide to people, overcome their frustrations and, brought a smile in their face and give them hope. So after I finished my associate degree at Springfield Technical Degree College, I decided to pursue my degree in occupational therapist, and I'm in the process of becoming an occupational therapist. And I want to say that it's not that easy, to go to work and then go to school at the same time. But I'm surrounded with those supportive friends that supported me, and then and also think that I have to work harder because I believe in hard working and an American dream. And I do really enjoy my life here, and I would like to take this opportunity. I want to thank everybody who is part of my transformation and those who have been there for me, supported me. And I want to say that I really appreciate it. I will continue to work hard and to reach the ultimate potential as one human could do, and contribute back to the community that gave me this life opportunity. And then I came up with a little yet great vision. In order to have a great story to share, you need to give to others what they can take. And this is why I believe my story is worth sharing. The power of giving is magical.
Good evening, sir. Just like SugarMoon, she became refugee from Burma and stayed in refugee camp in Malaysia. I also was born in Bhutan, and then I had to become refugee in Nepal. This is my flag, Bhutan flag. I carry this flag, and I carry the Bhutanese identity even though I become US citizen, because wherever you go, the country of birth will be my Bhutan, country Bhutan. And I have Bhutan in my passport, so it will not be erased. Even the government of Bhutan never allowed me to go back to their country. So by default, I'm Bhutanese. So I got to this country in 2008, September 2008. After spending 16 years in refugee camp in Nepal, in 1989, the ethnic cleansing policy was adopted by the government of Bhutan. It is de-Bhutanization, meaning you have to practice our language and wear our dress, and you guys have to do everything whatever we say, because the country is governed by a dictator, autocratic ruler. I'm talking about Bhutanese regime. And of course, we Southern Bhutanese who live in the southern belt of Bhutan, we all practice our own language, culture. We have our own village system, which is the people of the southern belt started to demonstrate against autocratic regime and ethnic cleansing. And those people were government started to use the police forces and beat, grab, torture, and everything which inhuman atrocities began in the southern belt. And people started fleeing their country to fear, just to escape the fear of arrest and persecution. Eventually, 100,000 people were there within 5 to 7 years in eastern part of Nepal. We tried to get back to our countries many times. 17 rounds, 18 rounds, but at the top, we didn't get any solution. That's why, unfortunately, the government of US government offered to resettle 60,000 refugees in 2007, and I applied there. Like me, currently, more than 75,000 refugees have already resettled in the United States, including European countries, Canada, and Australia. So, you all know that transition is difficult, But to me, transition was, I would say difficult, I would say happy also, because we were deprived, we were forgotten refugees, we were not given the rights, and we had no any of the opportunities that human being could have in this 21st century. No educational right, no employment right, no electricity, no basic necessities were there in the refugee camp. After I got here, Jewish Family Service was the one who resettled me in 2008, and I had to work. The first job was not my job which I expected. I had some kind of expectation which was not made, but again I accepted the job. At that point in 2008, you all know that we had an economic crisis in this country. So, and after 3 months, Jewish Family Service, they hired me as a refugee resettlement case worker, and until now I'm working with them, and I help the community. And in addition to that, within 5 years of time, I went to college in the US. I graduated from Western Union College with my bachelor's degree, and then I'm starting my master's in public administration in Western State College from Paul. Also, I became US citizen, and I am leading the Buddhist Society of Western Massachusetts, which is our community organization. All folks are here who know me. We are growing. We want your support. Jewish Family Services is the leader in this organization, because Jewish Family Services not only help the refugees, but they also help the community organization like us to be able to make us contribute to this community. And currently we have more than 2,000 Buddhist refugees in Western Massachusetts. So many people have opened up businesses, they have gone into 4 years colleges and got higher education also. So whatever the politics is going on here, we refugees are benefiting, we are getting what we wanted, and we want to contribute to the local community because we have no other places to go except this country. Bhutan government would never allow, and that is why refugees and immigrants are different. Refugees have no places other than where they are settled. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everybody. It's very fortunate to say that the story of one Gautam and myself is similar, because we came from, I was born in Bhutan, I was born. I grew up myself, so to say, I pursued my education in Buddhist refugee camp in Nepal. I spent about 20 years in refugee camp as a refugee, being deprived of many of the privileges that a human should have in the world of 21st century. I sneaked myself out of the jurisdictions of UNHCR to pursue education in Nepal. I completed my bachelor's in business administration in Nepal. I came to United States through IIM resettlement process in December 2009, and I was resettled by Jewish Family Service of Western Massachusetts. My life, when I started here, when I came here in 2009, I felt like I'm in the country which was never expected, because I found myself lost for some time. I came with my elderly parents. My dad is 81 and my mom is 70. I came with no English family members, carrying their every burden and trying to get their way of life. I felt that, oh my God, it's not the place where I would be. But I started myself working as a laundry worker after 1.5 months of being in the United States through Jewish Family Service. Now, after working for about 2-3 months, I started working as a housekeeper in Marriott Hotel. I worked there for 17 months. Then I found myself so kind of like frustrated, because I completed my bachelor's degree in business management, and I had to be as a housekeeper for 17 months. It's not my life. So I decided myself to relocate to Pennsylvania, where I worked for 6 months. On June 2nd, I came back to Massachusetts because of the tornado. I heard a news that an Adhikari family got into the into the tornado, and I thought my family would be the one. So when I heard that news, I came back to Massachusetts. Fortunately, my parents were safe enough. My family was safe. After volunteering few days in the place where tornado victims were kept, I started looking for a job because that is what I was really in need of. And one of the staffing agencies in West Springfield, Career Group Staffing, placed myself in dielectrics where I work as an industrial worker. That is still not my dream job. I worked there for 6 months. Then after that, I found very hard enough to make up the family ends meet because getting $8 an hour wasn't really enough for me to pay all bills and rents and everything. So, in the meanwhile, I was looking for a job. I was offered a job as a family direct support staff through GuideWare. I have been working there at GuideWare, and about a month later, I was offered a job at Lutheran Social Services, where I'm working as employment counselor. I feel so privileged. I feel so happy when I see myself so happy being servicing somebody who's in need. Everybody knocking my door, I feel that they have the same problem like me. I feel that I want to see a happy face in front of the people who come to knock my door looking for some kind of help. I always want that a refugee should not be a refugee who was in refugee camp for 20 years. He or she should have the privilege of being lived as a human being in the world of 21st century with all the services that they should be offered. That's why I tried myself connecting to state agencies, helping elderly folks getting the services like elderly APS and all that stuff. I work closely with Washma's Elder Care to get the adult foster care program. I work closely with Commonwealth Care Alliance to get the same kind of program because I see all parents as my parents. I want every elderly refugee folks to get that privilege that my parents got because of me. That's why I help them. I want to contribute not only to refugee community. If there are any refugees, any elderly folks, not only the refugees, if there are any citizens who are in state of Massachusetts and are being deprived of any kind of services, and I have the ability to help them, I want to extend my hand. I want to contribute to City of Springfield because City of Springfield is my new home because I just bought a home in last October. Now I consider myself as one of the so to say, not the citizens, but to be citizens of City of Springfield because City of Springfield gave me a new home and new life. I'm so thankful to City of Springfield and Lutheran Social Services for allowing me to step into my new life and at least pursue some kind of privilege, some kind of services that I would be wondering and I would be loitering about. Thank you so much for listening to my story. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you.
I want to acknowledge that Emil is sitting up here from Lutheran Social Services. We heard him speak on the video, and we want to honor our time tonight. We said that we would end at 8, and I've asked Emil if he's okay with that. He is. Thank you, Emil, for being gracious about that. Just in the last 3 minutes that we have time for one question. Let's put it that way. Does anybody have a particular question that they might want to ask one of the 4 panelists? Any particular questions?
SugarMoon, do you think as a woman, refugee woman, do you think your opportunities in America are open or they're limited?
Tatiana asked the question of, as a refugee woman, does she feel that her options here in the States
Yes, are open in comparison to comparison to your country, where you came from.
Yeah.
I'm always interested in women. Yes.
Oh yes, I mean, compared to the Burma here, women here definitely have more opportunity than where I come from. And compared to refugee camp, there were no opportunity for anybody. Yes, this is out. And then I went to Beijing College, which is Springfield College, undergraduate, and then I think that there are a lot of opportunity for me. And then they're open, and then open and welcome every woman and they support us.
One more.
Good evening. I'm not going to speak, but I just want to explain. Maybe the voice wasn't very clear in the film, but my job is a business development specialist. We have a program at the Lutheran Social Services, which is help refugees to start a business. Any kind of business that you are thinking, if you have a background skill back in your country, or during your journey here in the country, if you want to start any business, come to visit Lutheran Social Services, come to see me, and we have a lot of technical assistance, loans, and you can see the successful story, successful business that started since we have the program for 4 years. The reason that I'm here, and maybe my story is different than the other people, that I came with a background business in my country, so whatever I have experienced, I went through, I see my success through other people who success in their business. So I encourage everyone to think about it and come to see us, and you can attend our classes, workshop. Thank you.
Thank you. For being here, for enjoying the food, for your presence, for your attention, for your questions. And what we want to say on behalf of the Western Mass Refugee and Immigrant Consortium is that we want to keep these conversations going, these stories of hope and inspiration, the stories of success, and so to do that, there is in the fall you'll be hearing more from us. There is a program called Welcoming America. We're turning it into Welcoming Springfield. And it's really a week-long national week where refugees and immigrants are really lifted up in the community. It's really a continuation of the kind of conversation that we've been having about what refugees are, how they contribute to the city, how they bless us, and the stories of success and hope. And so thank you each and every one of you for joining us tonight. Just one final thing, there was a World Refugee Day planning team, and I just want to lift them up. Galina Abashina from Jewish Family Services did a lot of the publicity. Alda Balbino was a great note taker and sort of kept us on track. Catherine Buckley-Bronner sort of led the way. Jean Albano-Canosa from the library has been right there with us. Emile Barjot has been tremendous help answering questions and getting us information. Buwan has been a part of that. Tatiana Menken, Mahmoud Mohammed, and Tara Parrish of the Pioneer Valley Project, Father Bill Pomelo, and Glenn Yarnell from the Gray House. And so thanks. What's that?
And Suzanne.
So thank you all thank you team for making this day possible, and thank you all. There are more events. This is not. I'm so sorry. That was my big note and I forgot. There are 2 more days of events happening. Tomorrow in West Springfield, starting at 5 o'clock, from 5 to 7, at St. Francis Cabrini Parish on Main Street there in West Springfield. There's going to be games and cultural tables and all kinds of really family-oriented things. Volleyball. It's not quite soccer, but soccer actually happens the next day, Saturday, at Commerce High School playing fields. There's going to be the first annual refugee soccer tournament. It's starting at 10 o'clock. It promises to be a vicious match, but fun. So we hope to see you at all of these events. Thank you and good night.
You did a